everyone, it's Misty from the Joyful Elf. Welcome back to another card making video. I apologize for my absence last week, but it was a crazy week. But I'm back this week. Everything, all my equipment is working correctly. I don't have workers in my house. All is well and right with the world. So today I'm gonna make a card using this Party Wishes stamp set and this Party Pants Celebration stamp set. Now don't forget, we only have about a week and a half left of Celebration. Celebration ends March 31st. Celebration is where you earn a free product from our Celebration brochure for every $50 you spend. So you just have about another week and a half to get these awesome products if you want them. They're exclusive for Celebration. You won't see them again. So I'm going to be using this cake image and this balloon image. And I'm actually using a card sketch from Mary at Cards TV. She made this adorable little set the other day. But hers was for Easter and had little bunny bottoms. Mine's going to be a birthday card. We have some birthdays coming up in April, not just mine. So I want to make sure that I get ahead with birthday cards. So I have had my snail container stolen by a little kitty catos. I don't know what she did with it or what, but it was on my desk and now it's gone. So my card base measures 5.5 and I cut it at, scored it at 4 1/4, and then my inside panel is 4 by 5 1/4. I have this piece of It's My Party Designer Series paper. Initially I was going to use this piece, but I actually think I like the starkness of the yellow. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this after I attach some ribbon to the bottom. So I'm just going to do the cheater method, which is you apply some adhesive. You have to excuse me, all of a sudden I've got like a frog in my throat. And I feel like I'm going to have a coughing fit. Okay, I've got that adhered to the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and adhere this down. I don't want to pop this up because my panels are gonna be popped up and I don't want much more dimension than that. That's not for you, kitty. The crafting kitty is right here beside me. It's funny how there must be a button on this chair because she was asleep until I sat down in this chair and now she's wide awake. She knows it's going to be fun. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside for now. So I have 3 card panels. They each measure 1 5/8 by 3 1/8. I'm going to take my embossing buddy. Roxy, quit. It's not for you. Oh, I almost forgot my ink. I'm going to use Melon Mambo, Daffodil Delight, and I think I'm going to do Pacific Point. I always talk about how Pacific Point doesn't get used very often, so no, I want to do Bermuda Bay or Cucumber Crush. Bermuda Bay. Okay, so I'm going to start, like I said, by taking my embossing buddy over each piece. And I'm actually going to need my Stampin' Scrub for this. So this is just an anti-static bag because we are going to be doing some heat embossing. I have some clear embossing powder. I've got my Versamark ink, and I don't have colored embossing powder. So I'm going to do this all on my own. Oh, and apparently my Stampin' Scrub is already out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp first into the Versamark and then into the ink. And that'll give us the ability to emboss. So here's the Versamark. And then I'm going into the Bermuda Bay. And I want want this to be solid. Okay, so I'm gonna put this at the top. That's pretty good. I'm not going to worry about the other sides because we are going to be heat embossing this, and I can just make sure the powder's not on that. Okay, I'm going to go back in. Now the color of the yellow in this paper is actually crushed curry, but I find that Daffodil Delight is a better color for me. I feel like it's a much brighter yellow, and I like it better. So if you prefer to match your card, you know, your paper to your stamp ink, then you can do that. Perfect. Okay, before I go much further, I'm going to go ahead and add on my embossing powder. Got these little containers at my Dollar Tree. They were 3 for $1. Unfortunately, I didn't buy enough. And now I can't find this color. So, I'm going to take my just make sure I don't have any on those scratch pieces like that. Get the yellow. Okay, and then finally, we're gonna do the cake in pink. Much better. It's a little crooked, but it'll do. Right, I'm just got a couple of dry areas of embossing. Let me get this powder melted. Okay, we're gonna give that a second to cool. While we're waiting, I'm gonna go ahead and punch a candle for my cake. Put that right there. So I'm gonna put my punch away. Go ahead and move my ink pads out of the way. We're just giving the powder a second to dry. Not dry, but cool. I need to heat it all the way. Okay, so what you're gonna need now is a black brush tip marker. Now, an alcohol marker won't work for this. You need like a water-based ink. You can also do this with a stamp pad, but I'm gonna use a marker. So this is a Stampin' Right marker. This is the basic black. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna color. And you want a dry towel. This is just like a dry. The embossing resists the black ink, except for the places where it wasn't a complete stamp. And ta-da! It looks like you've heat embossed on top of black paper, but in reality, we heat embossed on white paper and we've added black to it. Now you want to remove the ink pretty quickly, and then I'm going to bring in, this is a very like almost dry so that's the yellow. Let's do the blue. My candle is gonna go right there on top, and I'm gonna use, I think I'm gonna use a glue dot because I tried this card and I used my liquid glue and it got everywhere. The baby was scared away from because of the heat tool, or she would be over here. On this glue dot paper like a crazy person. Oh, Roxy, where'd you go? Huh? Mama didn't mean to scare you. I'm sorry. Okay, so that's the first panel. So I'm going to run my embossing buddy back over the balloon panels because I'm going to heat emboss on them again. I'm going to use a Versa marker. I tried this with a white gel pen. My white gel pen didn't work. I tried this with Wink of Stella. Didn't like how it turned out. I tried to emboss on top of all that. It looked like crap. So we're going to do this one and done. So I'm just drawing a string and some loops. Then we're going to take our white embossing powder. I'm just getting the excess powder off while trying to and not succeeding. Let's try this again. There. Oh my word. Oh my word. Okay, I'm gonna add dimensionals to the back of these. Okay, so I can bring my card base back in. And this one is gonna be the middle. My very crooked cake. And I'm not gonna push down on it, I'm just gonna set it. Little crooked cake, it'll be alright. Then I'm gonna bring in my black ribbon. A word of warning, this will stain your fingers. Well, it won't stain them, but you'll have dirty fingers for a little bit. Add our bow just like that. Use some more glue ups for that. And to finish this off, I want to bring in a little bit more white. So I'm going to bring in some white perfect accents. So thank you to Jennifer McGuire and Gina K for this inspiration. I definitely think it's something that's recreatable, and I think it would be lovely with other images. Hello, come here. Come here, you little white perfect accent. Oh, look who showed up. Keep going, please. Thank you. She probably heard some ribbon. Being tied or something crazy. Oh, that's the same. Like, why does that look weird? Because that is the same exact size. Oh no. cricket candle on a cricket cake. Okay, guys. As always, I'll link to what I can link to in the description box below. Don't forget Celebration ends soon. If you're interested in joining Stampin' Up! As a demonstrator, that awesome deal where you get $155 worth of products for $99 also ends the last day of Celebration. You don't want to wait till the end to sign up because almost everybody waits until the end, clogs up the lines, blah, 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 blah. And I don't want you to miss out. So thanks so much for joining me, guys. From Roxy and I, we will see you in the next one. Bye for now.